Hi everybody, this is Joanna with Abstract Art Journal, and today we're going to do an acrylic painting demo. I made this painting using scrapers and sponges, so we're going to try to recreate that day for you. What we're going to start with is we use our basics gesso, and then I've got some Liquitex basics paints, titanium white, cadmium yellow light, and this one is called light blue permanent, but it's actually a pretty turquoise. For the red, I'm going to be using Galleria permanent rose. That comes in a different tube, but I like to put it in this tube for easy access. The sponges I'm going to be using is this kind of a sponge, and I cut it in 4 pieces for different colors. I'm going to be using a makeup sponge and also a sponge brush. To mix the paints, I'm going to use a palette knife and, of course, my scraper. For my palette, I like to use palette paper if I'm just going to be doing like 1 or 2 paintings. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and put some paint out. The yellow, I'm using the light yellow, and I'm also mixing white with it. Same thing for the red. So I like to put a little white next to each color, and that way it makes the mixing a little bit easier. So we'll go ahead and lay our paints out, and we'll get started. As far as gessoing the board, I like to, put a little bit of gesso on the board and then scrape it. And that achieves a few things. 1, it dries really fast, and 2, you can do a bunch of panels at the same time. They probably come prepped, but I like to put another thing of gesso on it. The red's not going to hurt anything. We probably can use that, but normally that would come off with a paper towel. Okay, so I'm going to use the sponge brush, and I'm going to wet it, dip it in some water. I don't know if you can see that. Make it just a little bit damp, and then we'll go ahead and I want to do some turquoise and the white to get a lighter background for below the horizon line. I also will use my scraper. Let's go ahead and make a horizon line with the scraper. And what's nice is you can just do it on the edge and get your horizon line going. I also might do this. What happens when you scrape, you can get back to the original color. So right now, since I do have I think it looks like buildings, but probably, I'm not sure what it looks like to you. We'll go ahead and put a little scraper paint in there like that. I'm going to go ahead, since we're doing that, I'll do a little bit of yellow on top in that same little area. And the different, like this, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're going for. Then let's go ahead and put, actually, I think I've got a little piece of ultramarine blue. So let's go ahead and make a little tiny dot of that. You just need a touch. Okay, there we go. All right, so I had a little line here of that ultramarine blue. So we can put some other lines, and then we can scrape back. Okay, let's do that. Now let's go ahead and apply the turquoise paint to the sky area, which I call the sky area. And you can put it loosely because you want that kind of a loose look. And then we'll go over with the scraper with the darker turquoise, but for right now, you just want to get a little bit up there. Same thing for the bottom. We're going to be going over the bottom with the different yellow and stuff like that, but these sponge brushes are absolutely great for all kinds of things. And don't worry about that. We can just go over that with some white. So there we go. Now I'm going to be putting in some yellow with the scraper, and I'm going to put it on top of the turquoise. And you can see we're getting like kind of a different effect. I'm going to do it, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put white on top. But I want to get in some of my yellow areas. A little more over there. Okay. Then what we'll do is let's put a little bit of white on top of that. Tone it down a little bit, and you can see I'm going to put some on with the scraper, especially, up here at the top. I'm sure that's what I'm going over that area where we did the buildings and try to get, you know, a different color in there, a different look. You can see I'm going to put some over here. And now let's go with our sponges. See, I want to lighten that up. Okay, so that's it for the scraper. And then we'll go ahead and do more sponging. I'm going to go in with a little more white. We can go ahead and put it in with the sponge, and then we can use the scraper on it to make it look a little bit different. I've got some stuff over here. You know, I have that area here, kind of like in a V. You can get all these great looks just from playing around, which is what I really like to do. And that's why I end up using like all these different looking tools and stuff. And we have a little bit of red coming down. And you can kind of shake the scraper in order to get different little effects. And it's all in your, actually I'm pretty sure that is a sponge. Let's sponge a little bit of that color with white and try to get some of this look. This look coming down. That looks really different looking. And a little bit over here. I have a little more turquoise over here, some really dark turquoise in this area. And I have some darker turquoise there. And what we'll do is I have some here. There's a little line here. And so basically we're almost recreating that same painting in just a few minutes. Now you can keep playing with this and keep scraping and adding other colors, but you basically can get like the idea that it's very close. And that didn't take long at all. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you got fun and have a great art day.